What's up, everybody on YouTube? This is going to be my first Mdma experience story. Okay, so basically, the story of the first time I ever tried Molly. I was hanging out with one of my good friends or whatever, you know. We were just sitting around smoking some bowls, trying to figure out what we were gonna do for the day and shit. And so we got to think about it, man, and our boy hit us up, and he says there's a little reggae rave going on, you know what I'm saying, down at the club, man, down at 2720. I said, I looked at my boy Rick, I said, man, we got to go hit this shit up, man, you know what I'm saying. Like, I got some money in my pocket, you know what I'm saying. I want to go party, man. I was like, you know what we should do? We should go trip some mushrooms. He's like, all right. I was like, so I'll buy a quarter, man. You get an eighth, I'll eat an eighth, and we'll be straight. You know what I'm saying? Have a good night. So we make a call into my mushroom man. You know, say he's at work. He gonna be off like 30 minutes or whatever. It's like, cool, whatever. And so we cruise on down to by his work and shit, and wait for him to get off. We go into McDonald's, man. We're just sitting there. Waiting, and then you know, it starts getting a little bit too long. I call him back. He says, man, you know, I gotta work late, blah blah blah. I was like, man, I'm just really trying to get these and shit. And so we ended up not getting the mushrooms. We went all the way down, you know, to wherever for no reason. So we both were sitting in a parking lot, man. We were talking, smoking cigarettes. We're like, man, we might as well not even go, you know what I'm saying? Because we were really just trying to trip that day and be in a fun environment. So I was like, man, we gotta get something, you know what I'm saying? So we're talking to our boy who's going, and he says, man, he said he's already there and shit. And he's like, man, you guys should really come down here. It's like, man, we were trying to get some mushrooms and shit. We can't get them, so we don't even know if we want to go now and shit. He's like, oh no, man, just come on through, man. There's this dude down here. He's got some mushrooms and he's got some Molly, man. Every time I do this shit, my camera fucks up. Anyway, as I was saying, he said he's got some Molly and some mushrooms, and I was like, all right, cool, man. He's like, fuck yeah, I want to get some mushrooms tonight and shit. So we're going there, and then we start talking back and forth. We're like, well, shit. You know, I was like, you know what? Fuck the mushrooms, man. I do mushrooms enough times as it is, you know what I'm saying? I told him, I was like, you know what we should do? Just fuck around and get some of that Molly and shit. He's like, alright, man. So we go in there, you know, we're just hanging out. You know, music's playing, man. Some really good ass reggae. Just jamming, man. You got a band up on stage just jamming and shit. We're just having a good time, you know, relaxing. We go past the bar out to the smoker, because you're not allowed to smoke inside, so there's a smoker's area in the back. And we go out there in the back, man, and, you know, it's a little scene, man. You got a little drum circle going on, man. You got dudes playing with their electronic, you know, playing with their poi and shit. You know, little glow stickers out there, man. Fucking, it's just a great scene. And so we're out back smoking a cigarette. I'm talking to my boys and shit. And then we find the dude who's got the Molly and shit, and you know, I let him know what was good. We went and did our exchange and shit. And during the exchange, my buddy who was with me, and this is what sucks about this is where the experience kind of gets. It wasn't when I was. Anyway, he when the guy tries to hand him his, you know what I'm saying, he drops it, and somebody steps on it. I made sure I got mine, you know, I got mine in my hand, I put it in my pocket, my hoodie pocket and shit. And I see my friend, you know, I see what happened, and he's on the floor, he's like, man, break me out some of yours. It's like, no way, dude, you know what I'm saying, I just paid for this, you know what I'm saying, with the last bit of money I had, you know what I'm saying, because I paid for me and him both to get in and shit. So I'm like, man, I'm trying to take this, man. So that's my first time. I want it to be perfect. So, man, he got real upset, man. He was pretty upset pretty much the rest of the night after that, you know. Because he ended up paying, because I was going to buy him mushrooms and shit, but he ended up paying for his own Molly instead of for the mushrooms, because I was paying for him to get in and shit. And so he was bummed out, man. He was trying to get me to off with mine, and I said no, because I really want it. So I ended up taking it. I thought, I didn't think about it. My other buddies who bought some off the guy, they snorted theirs, and I didn't even think to do that. And I kind of wish I had now, but I didn't. I just went in the bathroom, popped it, and drank some water. I went out, I'm standing around, nothing. Just the whole time I'm here, man. I'm not feeling shit. I'm kind of pissed off. Like, I'm not pissed. I was a little bummed out. I was like, my buddy, he getting none, and the shit I get is not doing nothing for me. I'm expecting, because I thought, man, I should have snorted, it would have hit me quicker, but I didn't. And so we were just hanging out. My buddy's like, man, I don't want to be here, man. This is stupid. You know what I'm saying? I came here to have a good time. I didn't get a good time. He's real bummed out, wanting to leave. I said, alright, man, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? Let's go. I was waiting for it to kick in. I wasn't feeling shit. So I was like, fuck it, let's just go. And so on our way back, we got our buddy with us, and who helped us get the Molly and shit. And we're driving back to drop him off and shit, and we're smoking bowls, and I'm not really feeling nothing too much. And then I start feeling on the way back. I'm looking at the lights, and the lights kind of got brighter, like street lights and shit. And I was like, huh. And by the time I walk through my buddy's door and we get back to his house and shit, after we dropped off my other boy, where I'm sitting there at his kitchen table, he's grabbing the shit up out the fridge, about to make some munchies. And I'm looking down at the table, and the wood grain in the table, like, I could see it in such, like, I started getting this rush. And I was getting this feeling, I was looking at this table, and, like, it almost, like, not so much, it was almost like I was tripping a little bit. Some people say you can't trip on Mdma, man, that's not true. I did it myself. And I'm staring, looking at the table, and everything is so, you could see, like, the color of it is just so vibrant and vivid. And then, like, the little creases in between the grain are kind of like expanding and closing. I'm like, whoa, hold up, dude. And like, I stand up, I look at my buddy, I was like, dude, I'm fucking rolling, dude. And he's like, oh, good for you. He's all pissed off because he didn't get none. And I couldn't help myself. I got up, and because I was ready to party, man. I was ready to go back to, start clubbing and shit. And I'm up and I'm walking around in circles in his living room, like, holy shit, dude. Like, I just want to move and shit. He was like, man, I'm going to bed. I was like, fuck. You know what I'm saying? This fucking sucks. You're going to bed, and I'm just now awake, I'm like, well, shit. So I go, he goes to his room and shit, and I'm just sitting there, man. And, I don't have any of my music with me, so I don't have anything to throw on. I can't throw my headphones on. I was expecting to be at this club, listen to music, so I didn't bring it with me. And so I'm sitting there in his room, man. I'm just laying there, man, in my little spot where I was sleeping, and he's got this little speaker, this blue speaker for his TV and shit, and this got this blue light, this bright blue light. And oh my god, I'm so sorry with all the jumpiness. Anyway, as I was saying, I was sitting there, and this blue light, coming from his speaker, was playing off these posters, and then there was a fan blowing, and the way the posters would like move in the breeze, and then the shadows were like, and it made like the whole like area around me look like it was like expand, like kind of just, and I was like, am I supposed to be tripping right now? Like, this is crazy, this is fucking intense. And I'm just sitting there just kind of like looking around, just like, well, holy shit, like, I want to move, but like I can't be moving around and making a bunch of noise. And eventually I just laid there, just felt really good just laying there, I was rubbing all the blanket, just feeling really good, just rubbing, feeling everything around me. And eventually I just I just got all up under my blanket and buried to the pillow, and eventually I fell asleep. I woke up the next day, I was like, man, I wish, I would have had a better experience for my first time. I wish there could have been, this scene would have been more fun, but it was good, man. It was a great experience. I enjoyed it. And that's all I got for this story, man. Thanks for sticking around for this shit, yo. Peace.